Here we are, everyone. Welcome to week 4. We're almost halfway through our course. So, this week, we are going to take the information we've already learned about cognition, personal experience, bias, and cultural constructions of reality and apply those things to advertising, business, and our personal lives. We're also going to expand on what we've learned about bias and look at how biases can impact our behavior. So, a lot of advertising companies hire people in the social sciences to help them create ads that attract attention, appeal to customers, and get people thinking and talking about whatever is being advertised. If you felt yourself really drawn to some of those ads you picked in week 1, that was not by accident. It was designed that way. Advertisements provide details about culture and society. We can look at advertisements and learn a lot about the society and culture in which the ad takes place. So these ads are from the 1950s and the 1960s. We know that in the 1950s and 60s, there were a lot of housewives. The job of the wife was typically to take care of the husband, the home, and the children. One way the wife did that was by making meals for him. And you can see that in these ads from the era. You can also see the woman taking care of her man. The ads reflect the society and culture of the time. Here are two Avon Cosmetics ads side by side. These ads are from the 1960s. Notice how many things are the same despite the dissimilarities, as they worked to reach audiences of different races. The clothing is the same, the products on the table are the same. In both families, there's a mother, a father, a son, and a daughter. The families are both celebrating Christmas. The two ads were used to reach two different audiences, though, and to show that Avon Cosmetics could appeal to people of both races. You may also notice that the tree is in different positions in the two advertisements. Here are some more recent ads from France. Notice that the Eiffel Tower is dominant in the two ads on the right. That is a classic French symbol. The ad on the left shows a same-sex couple, something that is more acceptable in Europe than in the United States. These ads are characteristic of the ads you'd find in France. So before I move to the next slide, what food would you expect to find in an ad for Coke or Coca-Cola here in the USA? A burger and fries, perhaps? Well, in Italy, you'd find a Coke paired with steak and potatoes or with fish and salad. This ad shows the cultural difference between the two countries. So in your readings for this week, as you read this first article, you will see the 5 most common ways that advertisers try to appeal to the audience and encourage them to purchase the product or service. And in this video, just under 5 minutes, it discusses some of the negative impacts advertising can have, with a focus on how ads can have an impact on self-perception, self-esteem, and body image. I spent years working in eating disorder treatment, and the damage that advertising and social media can do to body image is devastating. So, as we talked about last week, biases can happen automatically. They're even part of what has helped the human race to survive. A lack of awareness of biases, however, can lead to the unjust treatment of minorities or people who are just simply different from us. Advertising often perpetuates stereotypes or false impressions of people. So this ad is perpetuating the stereotype that women cook, sometimes poorly, and that men come home from work looking for dinner. It perpetuated the stereotype of the time. It may have actually kept some women as housewives and kept them from going out and joining the workforce. So this ad may look familiar, as it was one of the ones listed in your advertisements in week 1. This ad is showing the stereotype that fathers aren't always there for their children and are often busy with technology. This ad shows the stereotype of women trying to lose weight in order to have a beach body. Here are a few videos of ads that perpetuate stereotypes. I will be adding these into your week 4 announcement so you can take a look at these ads yourself. So for these readings, you'll be taking a look at how laws in Ethiopia have been changed so that there is more gender equality in the country. When it was discovered that the laws there perpetuated inequality, the laws were actually changed to raise the minimum age of marriage from 15 to 18, to give women a greater say over marital property, and to remove the ability of one spouse to deny the other spouse the ability to work outside the home. And in that second article, you'll be looking at how people in different countries view gender equality. This takes a look at how biases are holding some countries back. So now a bit of advice. There's not a lot of reading this week. Take the time to do good work on your Project 2 assignment and to catch up on anything from week 3 that you might have missed submitting last week. So you only have one assignment to submit in week 4, and that is your Project 2 assignment. Your 4-1 assignment is unsubmitted. That assignment just asks you to do some prep for that Project 2 assignment. I'll have an announcement posted with details on your Project 2 assignment, so please be watching for that. Have a great week, everyone, and thank you for watching.